What's good, YouTube? This is Jason of Auglitical. As always, I swim through politics so you don't drown too. I'm just a man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. I believe, truly, that sometimes when you see things, it's crazy when people try to gaslight you and tell you that you're wrong for feeling a certain way when you can obviously see it and you have the history and statistics of a repeating pattern and going, this is not something I like. For example, they go, oh, you just don't like Muslims. And it's like, no, it's not that I just don't like Muslims. And the same can be said that I just don't like blacks. The same can be said that I just don't like ignorant people. The same can be said that I just don't like hood mentality. There's a lot of things that go into a person's, especially my decision to be like, you know what, I want to remove myself from this as much as possible because the chances of something positive coming from these encounters are very low. And I think that when it comes down to women, it's kind of crazy that women will choose a a person that is negative to come in their life or a person that ain't shit to come into their life, or they'll try to bring a person in their life that is dangerous and thinking that they can fix them, even at the cost of their bodily safety. Let's get into it, shall we? A Somali refugee allegedly strangles pregnant Swedish girlfriend in honor killing. All right. A Somali refugee has been charged with murder for allegedly killing his 7 months pregnant Swedish girlfriend rather than face the shame of introducing her to a strict Muslim family. Oh boy, we've heard about this already. I mean, we've heard this story over and over, just in different players, right? Just different pieces on the board. We've heard this story. If you haven't heard this story, well, you've been living under a rock. Who? What the hell is that name? Mohammedan Abarish Abraham, 22, is charged in the alleged honor killing of 20-year-old Sega Forsgren. Oh, yo, these are some crazy names. So, 22-year-old Sega Forsgren inside her home in Örebro. I probably butchered all of that. A city 2 hours from the capital of Stockholm. In April 2023, UK news outlet LBC reported, citing Swedish media. He killed his girlfriend by suffocating her, strangling her by means of pressure on her neck with an impact on the trachea and the blood supply to the head. What? Let me read that again. By suffocating and strangling her by means of pressure on her neck with an impact on the trachea and the blood supply to her head. So yeah, he just choked her out to death. Prosecutor Elizabeth Anderson alleged in a statement, and there she is right there, 22-year-old Sega. What is it? Sega Forsgren. That's a damn shame. And you know what's funny? You know what's actually funny about this? Have you not noticed that when these people come, you can't, well, this is what I've experienced. You can't talk to their women. You can't talk to their women. When their women try to talk to you, right? You can't talk to them because they're real quick to get in your face. However, they sit there and they go after your women. They have no problem talking to your women. They have no problem trying to court your women, to change the way that they do that, to bring them to their religion, because their religion is all that they are, right? They have no problem with that. But the second that, let's say, a Muslim girl tries to talk to you, like I was told before, because it wasn't only one event where a Muslim girl was trying to, she was flirting with me and all of this, and a Muslim man would tell me, oh, she's not really Muslim if she's trying to talk to you. And I was like, oh, so she just can't like me then. And that's the way that they truly do feel. Now, mind you, a woman with no mental autonomy, right? Those are their ideal women, basically property, right? They don't want women to think. So if a woman's not able to even think, what do you think that they're trying to do to your women? Remember, they think your women are free game for the fact that they don't dress the way that they want them to dress. It's all I love you and this and the third, and I can treat you so much better and all of this things. And the second they get them under their thumb, what do they make them do? Just pointing it out. And she was a cute girl, man. That's a cute girl right there. I mean that the murder took place in an honor context because the man wanted to preserve or restore his and his family honor by killing the woman who was carrying his child, she added. A 1,000-page arrest report includes photos of the shocking crime scene that shows a lamp cord. Text message between the couple revealed that Abraham told Einborg, wait, why? What? Hold on. This is her name? I thought it was something else. Don't get me wrong. Okay, yeah, it's Eingsborg. Okay, it's just crazy names. Told Ainsborg shortly before her death, that he would tell his family about her pregnancy. So he didn't even tell her. He was ashamed. He was ashamed. But he indicated he was nervous. So let me get this straight. So he probably came up to her, told her how much that she's probably beautiful and X, Y, and Z. She fell for it, right? Meanwhile, he didn't even tell us. He was ashamed to even tell his family about it because he knows that it was against the family. So he couldn't control himself. And truly, I do believe that you do have men, all men, but when it comes down to these men, they can't control themselves. So much so, like I said, their excuse for raping women who don't wear hijabs and shit like that is that, oh, they're not covered, so they're seducing me. I can't control myself. She fell for the trap, you know. And the thing is, like a lot of Somalian people, not even Somalian people, but a lot of people who come from these countries, they don't look attractive. But he fits under the category of attractive dudes, I guess, for some girls. A lot of girls, he's tall, right? He doesn't look super duper crazy, right? So that was a catch for her. That's what I'm guessing. But I mean, shit, 6 months, 8 months, and some change. Like, even if he got her pregnant immediately, right? Like, that's still 8 months. So 8 months, you couldn't tell that he had some weird patterns. Nothing. She just didn't see it coming. Well, then again, she let him in his house. Text messages between the couple revealed that Abraham told Einsborg shortly after, feels like I can almost feel my heart beat all the way down to my stomach, he wrote, according to the outlet. Just take it easy, it'll be fine, his girlfriend replied. Abraham later told her he informed one relative who supposedly took the news in stride. But she answered, "You're not yourself." He never responded. Yeah, it only took the one relative, and the one relative was like, nah, you can't have her. Nah, you can't have her. And here's the craziest thing. It'd be one thing if they were still in Somalia, right? Uncultured ass Somalia, whatever like that, where it's majority Muslim. No, they're in Sweden, which I guess is technically the same thing because Sweden is cucked the fuck out, but they don't change. These people don't change when they come, wherever that they come, because they don't even try to assimilate. It's not America, that's for damn sure. If they don't assimilate in America, what makes you think that they want to assimilate in Sweden? Like, they don't come over to change. They come over to conquer. They come over to take over. Did you not? And here's the thing. This girl's 20 years old. Where are your fucking parents? You're 20 years old. You're a young adult. Yeah, sure, you can do things on your own, but you mean to tell me you ain't have no friends that spotted red flags? You didn't spot no family member saw him and was like, yo, where's his family? Who is this man? Nobody was in your life paying attention? Or no one cared? Look at that. Look at that. If we just submit, everything will be good. Right, ladies? As long as we just submit. Let's submit to people who oppress us. Yo. And again, I've seen situations where you got people that try to blame women. They try to blame women and women do a lot of stupid things, and yeah, on a lot of times I side with that, but in this case, I think that it is her fault. I think it is her fault because there's no way in hell, like, how you having a kid with some dude and you don't even know his family whatsoever. It'd be one thing if, like, this dude lets you in his life 100%. You understand that, like, his family is shitty. But come on, man, you got the historical patterns, you got the statistics, you got evidence. It's one thing if the man was white, Chinese, and his family didn't like you, and you met his family to some extent, or you understand, you didn't even know this man's family. You know that this man is Somalian, and you couldn't, and nothing was clicking. Had a baby, you already, man, she already had a baby with this man. Meanwhile, meanwhile, regular dudes are having kids with girls that aren't even their children. Guarantee she was faithful to this man. I'm laughing because it's sad. Anderson said the investigation found no evidence that Abraham had told his family anything at all about his expectant girlfriend who had planned to move in with him a week later and she would have been a slave. It also emerged that Abraham had previously suggested to Einsberg that she get an abortion. I know how I know we can make it, but I won't be able to keep my family. If it had been possible, there would have been no problem with keeping the child, he wrote her when they learned she was pregnant, according to Aftenbladet. Einsberg sent her last message to him shortly after midnight on April 29th, according to the outlet. Baby, talk to me, she wrote. See, I'm trying purposely not to read the affectionate messages because it's just disgusting because that wasn't love. Shortly after that, he allegedly went to her home and strangled her, prosecutor alleged. Her unborn baby also was killed in the attack, officials said. She was so happy. She would move to a new apartment and start her life as a mother. This is the worst thing imaginable, her mother told Sweden. Where was the mother? What the fuck? So your mother knew? Your mother knew and didn't know? So that's your mother's fault. That's your so 100%. So you mean to tell me you had a child 20 years old and you couldn't and you just living in your country and she's dating a Somalian man and you didn't have nothing in your head going, maybe I should do some digging. Maybe I should just do some digging for her safety. She was so happy she would move in a new apartment and start her life as a mother. 20 years old, your daughter's extremely young, which again, having a child at an extremely young age, if you can get lucky like that, is a dream come true. But no one was looking out for this girl, not even her mother. Straight up, not even her mother was looking out for her. And I'm not sitting here saying that her mother could have prevented it. I'm saying that the flags were there. Like there's no evidence. I mean, in the sense that they're both extremely young. I don't know if he has his own place. I don't know if he had his own place, but she does not know his family. It'd be one thing if they're just dating. No, she's pregnant. And she doesn't get to know who the family is at all. And he's not even legal. He's illegal. She had a baby with an illegal. Mom, what are you doing? Where's his papers? You never met him? There's no evidence to suggest that Abraham had anything to do with the crime, Anderson said. He never told his family about Saga or the child, but the suspect has been raised in a standard of honor, and he has learned that it is not okay for him to date a white woman, she wrote. But there's no evidence. I have been in denial for 9 months now, he told police. Abraham will appear in court to face the murder trial on Wednesday. Doubtful U underfinement says, neither of them are sweeting, in spite of the best attempts by entertainment, media, banking types to convince us otherwise. Yeah, I believe that she's Thai. She's like mixed. She's like Thai and white, probably. I guess. I don't know if she's not Swedish. I know he's not Swedish. James Dalton says everyone should date a woman of the same culture and live among the same culture. They have a point. This country would do well to listen. I'm not reading the comments, the replies. Michael Kaufman, I see that name all the times. But the Somalians we imported to Michigan are Laura Biden, right? Right? Coach Smith says, I just lied. Sexual assaults in public swimming pools have been happening regularly since European countries opened up their borders to migrants. Jack Torres says, this is the same type of woman that rescues a poor, misunderstood pit bull because he's just a big teddy bear that needs love and would never hurt a fly, and then can't understand why it tore to pieces. Rob Johnson replies with spot on. Keekbomb replies, let me mansplain this to you. She deserved this because she believed his lies and loved him. Men look for many ways to blame women, but you outdid yourself with this one. Another reason for women not to believe anything a man says, including guys like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ, bro. It's always these radical, like these I don't know, feminists. I don't know what to call it. Like these men hating fucking feminists, right? These miserable ass women who sit there and they'll. Yep, you see a horrible event go down, and your reply is all men are evil. Okay. Darby Smith says that's part of their culture. Calamity Jane says that they bring with them wherever they may be. The poop has hit the fan replies, well, he states, these people will never assimilate into the cultures they choose to join, forever intent only on bringing their own customs and laws to take over their host countries. Whoa, that's a crazy name. Blajarn Linitsky says Somalis in particular have this case of cultural superiority. Linda Laura says she picked him. Of all the men in Sweden, she picks this one. Have you seen Sweden? Do you know how many Muslims, like how many Somalians or these immigrants are in Sweden right now? Like I remember seeing that they completely overwritten their schools DNA, like uh small schools or whatever like that, where you got children taking school pictures and it used to be just straight white kids, white Swedish kids, and then like it slowly changed, and then it was like only three Swedish kids, right? Three white Swedish kids, and then you just had like 19 Muslim kids in the pictures, and I just was like, yo, that's crazy. Hammer says, I don't want to bring shame upon myself or my family, so I'll just end it for you. Case closed. On to the next one. That's how we do things, except it's in our that's how we do things, accept it. It's our culture. You know what? And at the same time, this comment that sounds crazy for him to say this, there was a judge who literally voted that these illegals that I forgot where it was, these illegals that that gang raped this fucking woman, they did it because they were stressed out because they didn't have no jobs, they couldn't get girlfriends, so it was okay for them to rape a woman. A woman judge voted that it was okay for a group of men to gang rape a woman because their culture is different. Yo, oldish grandma says, dishonor murder. He needs to pay with his own life now. Do what's right. Yeah. Jerry Arbach replies, are you kidding? He is a person of color. He will get reparations. How dare Sweden not make his country more akin to what how dare Sweden not make the country more akin to what he is used to? Shame on Sweden. Ghost Cat says, what a pity. Talk about gorgeous. It is time to face the fact that there are two cultures these two cultures don't mix at all, ever. It's true. She's like, listen, again, you literally have men who have never dated a woman, right? Let alone, like, this girl's an easy 7. Easy 7, right? Easy 7. I think she's a 7. In my opinion, she's a 7, right? There are guys who get with girls and they don't even know if the child is his. I guarantee you that Shorty was faithful to him, right? Taking pitch. Listen, she was proud of the baby, and this is what she gets. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.